Yes, yes. Jamie Carragher, please tell us what kind of break is over.
Internazionale.
Thank you very much. And it is true that the team up from Merseyside are coming down to Birmingham as Aston Villa take on Everton, who currently sit 20th in the table, managed by Sean Dyche. And it is actually pronounced like that. I can't believe I'm saying it. But we are going to be previewing this game, looking into the injury problems that Aston Villa currently do face, predicting a lineup and the score, as well as looking at Everton, our opposition for this Premier League game. If you do enjoy these match previews and reviews, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe down below with notifications on so you don't miss a thing. Let's talk Aston Villa versus Everton in the Premier League. Because we are the home team, it's only right to have a little look at our starting lineup last game and analyse that. It was a 2-1 victory against Leicester. As you can see from the stats below me, wasn't the most fantastic game from Villa. We had less possession, just managed to scrape more shots than them overall, more on target, less off target, but our passing accuracy again wasn't quite there. But we did manage to scrape through a 2-1 win. The team was as below, pretty much unchanged from our first two Premier League games, apart from Lamar Bagard coming in at right back to deputise for the injured Matty Cash. If you look at this team now, there are a few injury concerns that have come out of the Leicester game. Ollie Watkins withdrew from the England squad with an ongoing issue that's alleged to be some sort of hamstring or muscle related problem. Leon Bailey withdrew from the Jamaica squad after coming off injured against Leicester, and he will not be back for this game, so that is one that we're going to have to look into. And then Ezri Konsa, of course, came off during England's game against Finland, I believe it was, in around the 70th minute with a, looks like, muscular knock as well. So those are the three injury concerns. But let's switch over and have a look at our opposition here. This was their last game. It was an absolutely disappointing for them collapse to Bournemouth. They were 2-0 up, and then Bournemouth scored 3 goals in like 4 minutes to win the game 3-2. As you can see, Everton, on the grand scale of things, probably deserved to get something out of this game. More shots on target. Possession was there or thereabouts the same as well. They lined up with Jordan Pickford in goal. Again, when your arms are 4 inches long, Villa should be scoring some goals. Mikalenko, Keane, Tarkowski and Coleman made up their back four. Again, I'm looking at that back two of Tarkowski and Keane. Yes, they are big and physical, but they are both very cumbersome and slow in terms of physicality. I think, the likes of a John Duran, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later, could get in behind that defence, especially Seamus Coleman. I think I want to say he's 47, but he could actually be 49. And again, the pace will not be there to deal with a quick wing player like possibly a Jacob Ramsey. We'll get into that again. Timo Rogbunam and Guai, ex-Aston Villa midfield, they're lining up for Everton. And Ndai McNeil Harrison in behind their striker who scores like 4 goals a season, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But in terms of Aston Villa, how will we line up? Let me swing my chair around to the side and pop it up on the screen. Like I say, some injury concerns going into this game, but Emi Martinez is obviously going to be starting in goal. I think Luca Digne, who did manage to get a start for France in the international break, is probably going to continue his role at left back. I just don't see Maatsen coming in just yet. I think a couple of games he could be our starting left back. Pau Torres, no fresh injury concerns there, so he slots in at left centre back. I haven't heard anything about Ezri Konsa being ruled out for this game. Obviously, he did get a knock. He came back on, tried to play through it, and just couldn't really on the day. Hasn't posted anything to suggest that he is injured. We haven't seen any leaked photos of him on crutches or on a boot or anything like that. So I think he's probably going to be fit enough to start. And then I think Kostan Nedeljkovic, who started 2 games for Serbia, including one game where he kept a clean sheet against European champions Spain, I think he'll probably get the nod over Bagard, who struggled a little bit in that last game. I've gone for Jacob Ramsey on the left and John McGinn on the right. Now, of course, Leon Bailey is out injured for this game. That has almost been 100% confirmed. He will not be back in time for the Everton game. So I think it is going to be that switch that we saw in the Leicester game where, Jacob Ramsey comes on from the start on the left and McGinn on the right-hand side. If Jadon Philogene is back fit and ready to go, possibly he gets the nod there and McGinn keeps his position on the left, but I think it's probably more likely. And then obviously the best midfield in the Premier League, baby. Amadou Onana and Yuri Tielemans holding down the fort. Now again, Watkins hasn't been himself, and he's withdrawn from an England squad now through injury. I don't want to risk him and have one of those seasons where the striker's just on-off injured all season. I'd rather he rests and maybe gets 30 minutes at the end of the game. And like I say, John Duran is a physical specimen. He's rapid, he's strong, and he is tall and good in the air. I think that's perfect combination to combat the likes of Keane and Tarkowski. So he gets the nod for me. Started one game and came on off the bench for Colombia in their international break, getting an assist in that game as well. And then one of our best players this season, Morgan Rogers, lines up top. What do you think though? Leave your comments down below. So what do I think actually about this game? Look, this game should be an easy dub for Aston Villa, but we know Aston Villa like to stress us out, so it's probably going to make it very, very hard. Everton, like I say, after 3 games, sit bottom of the Premier League with a -8 goal difference. They're leaky at the back. Their defence is ageing and looks tired and cumbersome. Their midfield, I like Timo Rogbunum, don't get me wrong, but Idrissa Gana Gay, what's he, like 34? Now going up, up front, I just don't see much quality throughout their team. And it looks like Sean Dyche might have lost the dressing room just a little bit. Now, obviously, it probably means they're going to come out of the blocks and batter Villa 5-0, but I just think that we have too much quality in too many positions. The midfield battle is going to be easily won, I believe, by Aston Villa in this game. The likes of Morgan Rogers breaking between the lines is going to be nigh on impossible, I think, for the centre-backs of Everton to deal with. And if we have the likes of Watkins or even Duran running in behind them, breaking the lines, I think we really should be looking for a big statement victory at Villa Park here. I'm going to go with 3-0 to Aston Villa. John Duran getting one, Ollie Watkins getting one late on when he comes off the bench, and Morgan Rogers getting his first goal of the season. That's my prediction. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. I can't wait to watch this one. The review will be up as soon as I can get it up, and I'll see you guys soon. Up the Villa. Be nice to everyone.